imagine being dragged in the pool like, hey.
Like, wait, what? Hey,
Hi.
Check, 1, 2. Yep, there we go. I got my microphone and switched to being you. Hello, viewers, and welcome to Perception Check. You must have rolled pretty low to find our loud and boisterous little stream.
Hey, these are all Chris's lines.
Excuse me?
Exactly,
Wait.
dear.
Chris, hello!
Heidi,
Yes?
2 questions, and I want some utmost honesty.
Uh-oh.
First of all, why are you in my chair?
Because it's comfy.
Oh, that's good. Now for the second question. Will you be moving?
Nope. I'm kidding. All right.
that was perfect.
Here, take over, Chris. This is your stream. I'm sorry.
Thank you. I nearly died from that. I did not expect the bunk or the drums.
I was not the one that did the drums, but I did the bonk. You're welcome.
Oh, I know who did the drums because I saw them pop up on our Discord symbol. Dell.
Okay.
And then floof with a duck.
You know what? You know what I say to that?
It's not that bad.
No, more to split.
Thank you.
Alright,
Thank you,
quiet
Dan.
on the set. The Game Master is in session.
No.
Yes. Well, okay then. I guess we're done. I guess we're done with this session. Thanks, everybody. I'm gonna go home now.
Okay, I'm just kidding.
All right. Welcome everyone to Pokeception Check. You must have rolled pretty high to find our quiet little stream.
Sorry.
Finished?
Yes.
Thank you. You can have a cookie if you keep quiet. There's a cookie in it for you.
Okay.
All right. I am Brownie, your dungeon master or game master, depending on your game. I mean, we're back on Pokemon, so I guess it's game master. First of all, before we introduce the players, I would like to properly apologize for the lack of the streams lately. Work has been getting in the way, and there have been some personal arrangements on a few other things, so there were times where we couldn't get anywhere with the sessions. But hopefully tonight we can make up for it, for it has been quite a few little weeks, but we'll see what we can do, and hopefully you'll enjoy the show just as much as our players will enjoy the show, because today we're joined by the ragtag crew, as you hopefully know and love them. I'm echoing.
What?
Somebody echoed.
Testing,
Oh.
1, 2, 3. The echo has been fixed on Aeon's end again.
Somebody echoed, but either way. Oh yeah, speaking of Aeon's end, here's Aeon.
Hello.
Hey, he's on camera. He popped up on camera. I don't know. Oh, he's got the Joltik plushie. I don't know. Are we on camera on the stream?
Unfortunately, no, I don't have the Discord set up for that.
Oh, okay.
He's got Pico.
Weeks, but then we get Pico, and hopefully you'll enjoy. We get Pico, and we're joined by we're joined by the one hosting us on her channel. We're very much appreciated on that one. We're joined by Manius, aka Heidi.
Representing the lair of the maniacs at your service.
Joined by Das Floof.
Good lord.
Oh,
He's turned into
Joined.
he's turned into a Groudon.
no, he
I
didn't.
will rip my headphones off. I don't hear you.
That's it. No, he turned into Nightmare Freddy.
Oh dear. Oh dear God.
I may not be a FNAF fan, but I'm at least aware of that horror-inducing scream and that glare in the eyes.
That noise would have made me rip off headphones if I'd been wearing them.
Are
Holy
you
shit.
ready for Freddy?
Where good? Is he replacing you? Kidding. We're joined by Lena.
People.
Joined by Knight. joined by Dell.
Bye, everybody.
And before we get to him, I have to introduce that Caitlin might be turning up later, so hopefully we'll be joined by Alpha. And go on, Thean, do your usual thing. You normally have a Moonbase Alpha quote ready to go, so come on, hit us with it.
Oh no, I can't do it this time around. Voice mod broke, and therefore my soundboard is broken.
Yeah,
Wait.
it's sad.
Wait, no voice mod? You mean none of that?
None of that stuff this session. It broken.
You mean
Only from Thean's end.
It's a miracle!
It's only from Thean's end, to be fair, though, Chris.
Okay.
Yep. As
Thank
Goodell
you.
says,
I appreciate the partial football chant song there in the background then. Aeon knows all too well that song means a lot to the England soccer team, doesn't it?
Sock what?
Never. It's a new Pokemon. It's your full form of sock.
Ooh. Oh, gotcha.
All right. Thank you. You're too kind. All right. We've dabbled long enough. We have kept you waiting for long enough. Also, just before we get started, I would like to put a very special shout out to something here. So, we are, of course, doing this stream on the 18th here. So, on a serious note to bring up just before we get started, don't be like Ash. Make sure you appreciate your fathers.
Yes.
Yes. Happy Father's Day.
Yes. Yes.
Happy
And
Father's Day.
Yeah,
Happy Father's Day.
All the dads out there.
I already called my
Indeed.
dad earlier.
Yeah.
I accidentally called him while he was pooping, so he had to call me back.
that's fair.
Also, Floof, your
That's fair.
microphone is a bit fucked.
Okay, hang on.
All right. While he gets set up there, we'll get ourselves into our session. So we have quite a bit of a big,
All right, is this better?
Yes.
much better.
Much.
Okay.
That is much better. By the way,
I had my
guess
voice
what?
mod mic on, and that somehow turns the quality down.
It depends
Oh,
on what voice you
interesting.
used last.
Wait.
That is.
That might be it. Wait, no, I don't have voice changer enabled.
Anywho, just before we get started off here, Lena, you were saying something up?
Yep.
Go
Yes,
ahead.
bud.
Yes, stage is yours, my dear.
Thank you, kind sir. We are going to be in for a treat.
hmm
'Cause guess who got herself a new toy to play with?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, just for the partial clarity here, Lena has managed to upgrade her PC, and she has been loving every minute of it. So she wanted to do this.
She does sound different.
Well, that's because
Like in a good way.
Well, that's because I'm no longer. That's because I'm using a PC now. I'm talking about a desktop computer here, bud.
Nice.
Nice.
Woohoo!
Don't worry, I will show. Don't worry, I will show pictures to the players after the session has ended.
Right.
Fair enough. All right. Well, with that said, I think we dabbled long enough. So I think it's time we ask the questions that I know these players have been waiting to hear for quite some time. I realized I Englished wrong. But oh well.
English
Anyway,
is never your strong
Ori-
suit.
Oui, mademoiselle. Comment t'appelles-tu?
What the dog doing?
¿Qué?
That's not what I said!
No,
Moving
Francais.
along.
Hablas inglés.
Moving
Thank
on.
you.
Anyway.
I'm glad. By the way, Thean, thank you very much for correctly assuming that was France. That was French.
You're welcome.
Yes, I spoke in French. I basically said, "Comment t'appelles-tu?" I asked you what your name was.
And I said, I don't speak French. Please speak in English.
I mean, that's close. It was close enough. Yeah, just for the record, I studied French at high school. I got a C in it.
When I studied Spanish in high school, I think I got a C in it. Maybe it was a B. I don't remember.
Ha!
You lucky bastard.
I had no choice in the matter. But also, Theon, I appreciate that pun there. You got a C in Spanish. See?
See, yes.
Anyway, enough bad jokes, enough dawdling. Audience, I hope you're ready to enjoy. Players, are we ready to roll?
Wait!
Say more.
Again, I'm kidding. You can go.
I have a question!
Yeah, just gonna blow the cobwebs off me.
Where's the goddamn music for this thing?
You mean you're looking for my music that plays on the thing?
I'm looking for the music that plays on the thing, yes.
Well, the thing that plays on the thing, it comes down to me because this is my session. I choose the music.
Ah!
Like so.
Oh, there we go.
There's your music. Happy now? Any more requests, my liege?
Don't call me my liege. I'm not a royal.
Ha!
That's my only
Very
request.
well.
Other than
A
that,
royal
yeah,
pain.
you're good.
You're
You
very
are
welcome.
a royal, Heidi. A royal
Oh,
pain.
I get.
Oh, I can hear the music from these speakers.
Pan
That's
him!
awesome.
Got it.
I did it!
Last time on Pokeception check.
Let's take a beware on him.
You can do it
Hey.
after the session. Save them in a bank and let them have it at the end.
I'll keep a tally chart.
Anyway, last time on Pokeception check, Team Unity, after their rescue of Holly at the battleship facility, I still love that name I came up with, and I have no regrets. You ended up having a small rest at the Pokemon Center and then diversed yourself into your own activities, whether it was resting, catching new acquaintances, or just catching people up on what's been going on. However, during that time, Holly had a little encounter with the Absol that she had. To putting it in a simple term, was keeping things kind of on the hush end and revealed that that was the reason that she had, basically gone off home. You all collectively met up minus Tycho and Elizabeth, who went off to go get themselves some Pokemon. But you all were brought into this weird dream-like area with the help of Sia the Absol, who, with a little bit of talking from Holly talking to Sia before, had revealed to be the next reincarnation of Cobalion. During that, you had a surprise encounter in the form of Puppet, the Shuppet that had belonged to Louise. Puppet revealed himself to be Giratina's chosen, the same sort of way that Absol was. And it was then revealed that Giratina was the avatar of death, and also revealed that Louise was the one who died at Mount Pyre as a child. You also had an encounter with two of the other chosens. Cloudburst, the Altaria, who was Rayquaza's chosen, and Magma Bomb, the Camerupt, who were chosen to be Groudon's chosen. With Magma Bomb showing a distrust to you all, but Cloudburst willing to give a benefit to the doubt because of Sia. During that time, Puppet had revealed itself, with the help of Giratina possessing, that the incident leading to Louise's death was rather traumatic. In the form that the fact that, well, to putting it in a simple term, in a very scared and upset state, knocked over an urn which angered a Dusknoir, which attacked Louise and sadly killed her. Giratina, using the vessel of a Shuppet, revived her in the form of a linked counterpart, and revealed that Louise Manowisp was really known as Katrina Silverstone. You also got a bit more backstory as the fact that Katrina was a small child at Four Tree City who had argued with a friend who was the real Louise Manowisp with her parents, was attacked by a group of Maniana. But in a form of protecting things, Louise was sadly killed in the process, with the fact that the whole town turned on Katrina, even wishing that she would be the one who was dead instead. And she would visit Mount Pyre, but the final words that she uttered were, "Louise, forgive me." And poor Louise went into a panic attack. Meanwhile, on the outside, we had Elizabeth and Tycho, who had acquired 2 new members of the party. We had Tux the Dupider, which was very much welcomed by Arlen later, and Ion the Magnemite, now belonging to Elizabeth, who's shown a very, very happy little side to it. Just as the conversation, make sure to tell everyone that you were truly connected and everything was okay. It was then asked by the divines, I think is the right word to group these at this point, or chosen is a better word, sorry, that it was best to keep an eye on Katrina, not only because of the panic attack, but because of the connection involving Giratina, who had let it slip that Giratina had been gaining strength because of the negative emotions that she had been feeling, aka the scar. We're bringing you guys back, and Holly given the blessing to travel with Sia still, you were all brought back with Elizabeth and Tycho being brought in later when you went to go and check on the friends later. After that, Katrina went off to just be alone based off her recent events, with Kemplar rushing in pursuit, while the rest of you either were in one group of welcoming Ion and Tux to the group, or the small group outside who were watching if Kemplar would catch up to Katrina and see if things would settle down, at least more moderate. And that was where we left things off. So, I apologize on the lengthy one there. I felt it was best to go a bit more into the detail. Also, thank you, Aeon, for your help on getting me the information there.
First mate, thank you for following.
Back go! Alright, so we are going to go 1 minute on this. I realized I forgot to do something.
Uh-oh.
You did an oopsie.
What he did?
Yes, I did. Don't worry. Don't worry, it's not a bad thing, I promise you. It is, shut up. Let's see, is this the way to go about it? It's been a while since I did this. Wait, have I done this wrong?
You can do it!
Oh, I've done this wrong. Wait, how do I? I'm gonna have to look this up later.
Okay.
Okay, no, I'm gonna sort this out later. I'm gonna apologize if this is not quite what it looks like, but I've done the best I can with something here, and I apologize if it looks wrong.
You were sorting out the map. Got it.
Yeah, sort of sorting out the map, but I realized it was like, you know what, we're dabbling long enough. So at this point, I'd like everyone to remove their tokens for now. And Louise, or should we call you Katrina? But I guess that's the story. I have a few minutes over Kemplar racing after you, so I ask you now, Louise or Katrina, what do you wish to do first?
Well, all right. Well, upon leaving the Pokemon Center, I just kind of walk forward, quickening my pace until I reach at least close to the beach, at least around the beach area.
Okay, I will say, if you would like the beach area as part of this, I can bring up the beach area of Slateport if you wish.
Sure.
Okay, fair enough. I do apologize on the tokens if any of them are. I've not touched the beach area since it all happened here. Here we go. Oh, I realized. Yeah, you guys are. Oh, did I not move you guys yet? Oh, I there we go.
don't think we ever were here at one point.
No,
Yeah,
you
I don't
weren't.
think we
No.
Yeah, we were never here.
Yeah, we moved on way ahead. Okay, lad, I have spoiled a few things. Give me a minute while the DM fixes his lovable mistake.
Yeah, you can hide all the things, including that guy at the very bottom that you didn't hide just now.
Oh, he yeah, so for the record, he's the guy who actually he was the guy who actually supposed to welcome you off of the boat, but I realized because of timing and the one shot, things worked ahead of time.
God.
All right. So nobody's here right now.
No, basically because at this point it is getting actually kind of towards the close end of it is actually getting nearly to sort of sunset, and right now there is, as you're going down this area, there is the sound of like a cleaning sort of going on from the shack that is close by. I will say, based on the fact of the one-shot thing and based on everyone here, this area that is next to you here is basically like a beach house type of area that sells sort of like your drinks, your ice cream, your snow cones, maybe your odd little snacks like a hot dog or something like that. Basically like the stuff you'd expect to see sort of like a snack or a cool thing on a beach, basically. So you have basically that. It sounds like they yeah, that's one way to describe it. It's like closing up for the night, because right now I would say it's getting close to maybe. Let me check my notes. It's getting close to maybe about sort of 8 o'clock in the evening at this point.
I just tune out the sounds as I walk past the umbrellas on the beach, and then just kind of reach here and just stare out into the ocean, just expressionless.
As you do so, shut it.
I just glance.
Wait,
I glance
oops,
at Puppet.
wait. Oh, sorry, not Shuppet. I got the wrong mon out. Sorry, that's my mistake.
All right. All right. What mon
Sorry.
are you bringing out then?
Pumpkin.
Yeah, Pumpkin.
So Pumpkin comes out and it looks at you with this sort of confused look. It gently floats up to look at your eyes, and then it turns to try and mimic your stare out of the ocean.
I just give Pumpkin's head a gentle pet.
It just sort of looks at you, and then it just gently lands back on the ground.
Yeah.
But I've never felt so lost in my life.
And Thump. It tilts its head as you say this.
It's nothing. What I've known, what I thought I've known, it feels like a dream or a nightmare. But is it one that one can truly wake up from? Or are we meant to stay asleep, lingering on it?
And Thump.
You're lucky that you're new to the world. You haven't seen the horrors, the danger,
My eyes narrow,
the people.
and I just get my mind kind of lingers on the recently awoken memory, my identity, the the cruel words of the people. Oh. Then I shake my head.
I hope you never have to experience any horrors. Ironic that I'm saying that to a ghost.
I just turn to Pumpkin with a sad smile.
And it looks confused based off what you said, but it at least can sense something is up. It just looks at you and just stares as it looks back at you. Kemplar, thank you for that roll, by the way.
You're welcome.
So basically that was to determine the direction that you'd be going the moment you got out the Pokemon Center.
Got it.
To sort of go back a little bit, I'll say back at Slateport, you rush out the Pokemon Center, and your first instinct is, she was going to, you sort of begin to sort of jumble yourself a little bit, and then you think, maybe I should go back to the battleship first, because that's where we last were. I mean, actually, did Louise mention she was going to the police station?
No, she did not.
Yeah. No.
No. So who actually went to the police? It was Elizabeth, Louise, and I swear there was a third.
That was Tycho.
Tycho. Thank you very much. Okay, never mind. So you don't know this, Kempler. So your first instinct is you're going to go to the battleship. So it'll be a little while before you are going to arrive there. So I'll have a little fun there. So Kemplar, as you arrived at the battleship, you actually see that there's a few of the sailors. They are basically trying to sort of clean the place, get things ready. The one who approached you guys involving the splash bomb, by the way, the Vaporeon, actually notices you come in and goes, "Well, hey, if it isn't our favorite little friendly face, what you doing here, pal?"
Oh, hey. Oh, hold on. I have his name in here. Hold on. Hey, Peter. One of my team members has a bit of a panic attack earlier. I'm looking for her right now. Have you seen one? Have you seen any of them run by here recently?
Don't think so. Which one is it?
It would be Louise. She was the one with the white hair and the purple outfit.
Oh, the dark dressed girl.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, that one. No, I haven't seen her around. Wait, you guys were at the Pokemon Center. What the heck happened? Is she okay?
Yeah, I hope she's okay. I'm gonna check on her right now to make sure that she is okay. Just gotta find her first.
He looks back at the rest of the team who are cleaning up and such, and looks back at you. Do you need any help looking?
Not at the moment, but if you do see her, let me know.
Okay, I'll keep my eyes out. I'll just check her. I'll check she hasn't snuck in around the back or anything like that. I'll keep an eye around here if she turns up.
All right, thank you, Peter.
No worries. Best travels to you. And he's going to rush straight back into the back. He sort of rushes back some of the staff who are just looking at this. And they look back at you and just sort of give the nod and sort of make sure they're okay. And some of them go rush back to try give the wording a bit, while the others are just continuing to clean up the place. So, you know what? Beforehand, I would like you to roll another D100 for me before we go back to Louise.
All right, I'll do another one, and I'll make it public this time.
Yep. 56. Okay. Okay. This time you have I realized in some regard of this, I realized I should have done Think Quiet and asked Del she was going privately, so that way it would have kept more fun for you.
Yeah.
DM's choice. Oh well. All right. So I will say that you sort of catch a wind that that let's see, what's the best way to describe this? You know what? Okay. Because of that 56, let's make this more fairer. Roll a D4 for me, and that will give you a random Actually, yeah, D4, and that will give you a random direction to go. Basically, instead of my choice, it's now leaving it to the luck of a dice.
Got it. Yeah, it's a 3.
That's ironically going south. So your next direction is going towards the market. Will be your next stop.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So that will be it. Yeah. Okay. So, Louise, are you doing anything else at this time, or do you want me to go a bit more? It's up to you.
She's still hanging out of the beach. She's just still hanging out of the beach right now.
Okay. Is she just still continuing to gaze forward, or is she doing anything else in particular?
She's still gazing forward.
Okay. Kemplar, you actually arrive at the market square, and you see there's a load of them all clearing up the stuff. One of them is still the ingredient salesperson, by the way, is sort of just on the last bit there. He's just looking like a last minute customer. Hi there.
Oh, hello there.
Don't think. Wait, you're part of that group earlier, aren't you? The one that lady who bought all our ingredients. The lady with the pink ponytail.
Oh, you mean Momoko?
I didn't really get a name, so sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like some of my team would have come by here. Have you seen a dark dressed looking girl pass by at some point?
Dark dressed. Yeah, actually, I did. She was heading down towards the shoreline. You know, when you guys, because the entrance from Slateport, the one further down at the beach end.
Oh, thank you so much.
No problem. She looked like she was in quite a state. Wait. Are you? Was there a relation?
She's had a small panic attack earlier, so I want to go check on her to make sure she's okay.
Oh. Okay. I hope it goes well. I'll leave you to it. Don't let me pry any further. And he's just gonna turn around and sort of do a little bit of a look around. He's keeping the back to you at this point.
No problem. You have a good rest of your evening.
Nice.
Sure. He sticks a thumb up as you go by. Okay. So what do you do?
Go down to the shoreline, obviously.
All right. I will say at this point, before we get to this next stage, the rest of you back at the Pokemon Center, are any of you doing anything besides... Well, I guess besides the introduction to Tux and Ion, is anyone doing anything? Because I know Holly was the one who said to let you go do it, but is anyone else doing anything else?
Yes, Arlen is leaving the room.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. That's one of the prompts. That's one of the prompts. Okay. So as you do so, Holly is going to just come up, and you actually bump into Holly, and you knock her back as you go into this. She goes, ouch! Oh.
Huggy! Oh, you're right, Holly.
And as Holly's falling back, I catch her.
Oh yeah, because you're outside too. I forgot you are. So you catch her. Yeah, I forgot you were outside. I made my note of that. Yeah. All right. So you catch her there, and she's sort of like, yeah, I think so. I just wanted to let you know that Louise just darted outside.
Okay.
Kemplar just going to go after her, try to make sure she's okay. I wanted to go too, but maybe it was better that it was best left to one of us, but I just wanted to let you guys know, but I don't know if that was the right decision.
That was perfect, Ollie. Honestly, if anybody could get through to Louise or Katrina or whoever she is, it would be Kemplar.
Yeah, Momoko places her hand on Holly's shoulder.
Psycho walks over to the commotion as well, with Tux clinging to his back, like a baby koala.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I could just imagine that right now.
By the way, Ion at this point is actually going to gently glide over to Holly and Momoko and just float above, almost like circling like a giant ring above the head, going, Magnemite!
Yeah, I was wondering in something else having to do with Louise. Is after that revelation, and what do we call her? What will she go by now?
Quite
Oh, I do
frankly,
believe that.
what I don't
Louise.
think it's up to us.
Yeah. I'm just taking guesses.
It's mainly up to her.
Yeah. I guess that's understandable. But it is getting a little late, so I am going to go settle down somewhere.
I think we all should be hitting the sack right about now, shouldn't we?
Holly just looks up a bit and just goes, I guess, but what about Kemplar? Is he gonna... Do you think he'll be able to do it?
We're very capable. I'm pretty sure he's got everything under control.
Well, he is one of the most sociable people in our team. So,
Of course, he's the only one that Louise will tolerate.
So I'm thinking this should be a piece of cake for him.
By the way,
Yeah,
as this conversation goes... Oh, sorry, Ian, you're first.
Yes, I'm quite happy to leave it in his capable hands.
At this point, as this is going on, Snivy actually pulls on Shiksona's leg with its little paw and looks up and is sort of giving that sort of concerned look. Mama Snivy.
Aww.
Yep, that's about right.
Yeah, it sort of looks up at you like it's not sure what's going on exactly, but it just knows there's just more concern in the air than usual.
Yeah, and I just kind of pat her head. It's okay, girl. I don't know if it'll be a piece of cake, as it was said, but it'll be easier for Kemplar to do it.
Maybe. Okay, so just so I know the plan with everyone, are the rest of you staying at the Pokemon Center and just keeping it easy right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so if anyone is doing anything specific besides that, let me know now.
I'm not.
About that, I was actually planning on taking first watch to make sure that Louise and Kemplar got back okay before I headed off to bed.
Oh, so you're being like a third extra watching, and so are you getting involved or are you just watching?
I'm just gonna watch for them. I'll probably stand outside one of the rooms or something, just kind of waiting for them to make sure that they're okay.
Okay, so you're staying in the center, awaiting their arrival.
Correct.
Okay. Oh, Pico's giving Snivy love.
Aww.
Oh. Snivy looks to Pico in wordless thanks. Oh. Okay.
He's adorable.
That is adorable.
Ah.
All right. God damn it. Bloody meme. Well, it's just not chicken. A chicken? And what came first, the chicken or the egg?
The explosion.
Sure. All right, Kemplar. Okay, so Kemplar, with this information, how are you going about going to the beach area? What are you doing in this scenario?
So Kemplar is going to make his way to the beach. He's going to advance further and further on the shoreline.
Okay, Kemplar, make a perception check.
Hey, looks better.
He said that over the show.
The character sheet.
Hope you have
There it
it
is.
forgotten. Oh, 20. Okay. So, despite the sound of a clanging pot pan from the little house from the little shack close by, you actually do manage to focus a bit and go like, "That's not important. For once in your life, it's not important. Where's Louise, or whatever Katrina or whatever your name is?" And just at the far end, you catch the slightly hovering soul of Pumpkin, and there, as you approach closer, you see Louise standing right at the edge.
Templar is going to make his way to Louise.
Okay, are you approaching stealthily,
No.
full on force, casually?
Casually.
Okay. Louise, you begin to hear the sound of sort of footsteps coming from right behind you.
Hmm. Do I know who it is that followed me?
I don't know. Is Louise focused on who it would be, or is Louise more focused on what's going on?
I think she'd be more focused on the ocean at the moment.
Okay, then you can hear the sound of footsteps, but you're more focused on the direct view. So, Kemplar, you have at this point, Louise does not know it's you exactly.
All right. As Kemplar draws close to Louise, he's going to speak up and say, "Are you doing all right?" And then stand right beside her.
And at that point, you do hear the voice as Pumpkin looks back over, and Phantom does look at you, Kemplar, and it sort of does like that.
Okay. Louise just closes her eyes.
I don't know.
Would you like to sit down and talk about it?
I think she's already
Maybe.
sitting down.
No, she's
No,
not
she was
sitting down.
stand-
She's standing.
Yes.
Oh,
thank you.
okay.
Yeah, that's why I said that.
Okay.
The chair's over here.
Fine.
All right.
It's therapy
Yeah,
time
so-
with Templar.
Yeah, so Phantom gently pulls on your arm as if to try to sort of help you to the chair a little bit.
Don't she?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that none of us saw what are Louise's memory, right?
No, Louise is the only one who saw that. It basically flashed in her mind. Basically, you're basing this off of... Okay, so to sum it up, the memory flowed into Louise kind of like a sharp jolt of lightning, and the only information you guys got was that there was another name, that Katrina Silverstone. You don't know much about that, except for, I believe Louise did mention a little of something. I think either she said it was either her fault on something, or is that why? I think it was something along those lines. I think she did utter something.
I think it was the 4. Because that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me what you know.
Do you truly wish to know?
Beyond a shadow of a doubt.
I saw the life I had before.
Templar sits up a little bit straighter for this. Go on.
I had a friend, I think, named Louise. I was angry with my parents. She said things. We talked. Then I left. She followed. And
My hands start shaking. And my expression kind of falters into a painful one. Just thinking about the memory it's just bringing up bad feelings again.
Templar places one hand on top of Louise's shaking hands to steady them. It's okay. Go on.
I don't remember how or why it happened. All I remember was that she was surrounded by Mighty Anna. And then I'm carrying her remains back home. And everyone hated me for it.
Excuse me.
Was that you laughing or was that you crying?
Nah.
Like,
Nah, that was laughter. Just more out of disbelief.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it funny how one moment, your whole life just crumbles? How the end of one life means you lose everything. Whatever I had before that. Everyone hated me.
They blamed you for your friend's death.
I just nod.
Yes.
Phantom. At that point, it's Phantom just gently glides over and just sits on your lap, just looking up at you as you say that.
I give Pumpkin's head a gentle pet.
Do you remember anything else?
The moment on Malpire. The moment I died. I asked
Tycho.
for her.
No, sorry, not Tycho. Kemplar. I would like you to
what?
Sorry. I would like.
It's fine.
I would like Kemplar. Could you please roll a general education check for me, please?
I have a feeling this is to know where Mount Pyre is. Okay.
This is to basically Mount Pyre is well known. I'm just saying this is the information that you will get based off of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
For you are at least familiar on its existence, you just cannot remember where or what it's exactly known for. You just know it definitely exists and it's a Hoenn landmark, so to speak.
Got it.
Just some flavor text there, that's all.
Yeah.
Alright.
And Templar probably knows all the stuff that Giratina said out loud, which would
Yes.
have been the details of Louise's death.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then there's, if you don't mind me asking, what remained of your friend?
Was it mentioned what remained?
Yeah, it was. It was just scraps of cloth, bloody cloth that remained.
Right.
That was so. Just to sum up, it wasn't explained in the detail of the flashback, but it's presumed by the details of things that you presumed that she was buried in Mount Pyre, and then the information you then discovered. Go ahead.
If I understand it right, the way that you described the flashback was that after the town berates her, she flees to Mount Pyre. her friend wasn't actually buried there. 'Cause-
Thank you. That's okay. That's where I got mixed up. Sorry, I had an inkling in my head on something was missing or mixed up. I couldn't picture what it was. That was
Yeah.
it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's I'm doing my best to remember stuff from the last session as well. I wanna
Yeah,
help you out.
okay. No.
enough.
You got based off my notes. I realized what happened. So you took the cloth that you had with you to Mount Pyre, and you basically placed it on basically a unmarked grave. Was where you placed it. It basically had nothing there, but you basically threw it into a grave, and it was presumed that you basically threw it into the first grave as if to basically bury her, if that makes sense.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
What remained? Just blood-soaked blood-soaked cloth. No, nothing else. Just that.
All right. What does Kemplar know about Mighty Anna?
I will have a Pokemon education check if you'd like.
Yeah. Okay.
Excuse me.
An 11. Okay. So it's not high enough to use the Pokédex specifically for this because of its state. But your information on Mariana, based off the old stories of your father, you know that Mariana liked to stick around with packs with a few other Mariana and also Puchiana, with most of them having some kind of an alpha in charge of the pack, like most packs do, like a pure leader and such. With the 11, you know that most Mariana normally react only if there is something that is deemed as a threat. But as to the ascertain sort of reasons that they would see something as a threat, you're not sure of. You just know that they are very protective of something that's a threat. But as to what specifically, you can't go and get any further details.
All right. Okay. Well, if that's all that remained of your friend, I do have a hunch about something, if you're willing to listen.
And what's that?
I don't think your friend actually died. Because otherwise you would have seen their body, or perhaps even some of their bones, laying about, wouldn't you?
I just perk up, contemplate, then turn to Kemplar.
You're certain that this is the case?
Not 100%, but I do have a good hunch that this could be the case. Otherwise, why would a town allow a notice looking for a Silverstone person go out?
I don't know. I can't even remember if they found her body.
Then there is hope. And that's something that I can actually be a little jealous of you for. I might as well. Oh, you've opened up to me about something that's dramatic and sad. I'm gonna do the same for you, man.
Aww.
My father is the only parent that I have. When I was very little, my mother was around and she was one of the most cheerful people of all time. I looked up to her and I loved her. One day, my mother decided to help out a couple of people on the way that were just passing through our hometown of Verdun. And off she went. A couple of days go by. Nothing unusual, because sometimes these adventures take a while. But what happened next scared both me, my father, and my little sister to this day. The police came knocking at our door. And when my father answered it, one of the officers took off his hat with a solemn expression, told us that they had found my mother's body. She was killed in cold blood, literally stabbed in the back of the neck.
Ouch.
Pumpkin at this point floats over and sits on your lap as you say this, Kemplar.
My sister and I were really young when this happened. But my father, I had never seen him so angry before. We held the funeral for my mother a couple of days later. And I still miss her to this day. Thankfully, the perpetrator that actually killed my mother was found, because it was actually the person that she wanted to help out. And
Who was it?
I never learned his name. My father would never tell me. But ever since that day, I swore to myself that I would try to live up to my mother's image. I would be friends with everybody. I would love everybody as equally and as friendly as I can. Because that's what she did. And my little sister has been following me in that path ever since. It's not the most touching story, but the fact of the matter is, your friend's body was not found, unlike my mother's. Therefore, you still have a hope to meet her again. And I would like for you to hold on to that hope, because there is a very real chance that she survived.
Maybe. But I don't even remember her face or her voice, her hair, her eyes. All I know is that
I look at my clothes. I look at my purple clothes.
the colors she wore. Maybe that's why I dress like this.
There is. Well, if she remembers you, then she'll be the first to reach out to you. Which actually brings me to my next question. What would you like to be called going forward? Louise Mannerwisp or Katrina Silverstone?
I don't know. I know my true name now. And the name that I had is borrowed from someone who may not be there anymore. And yet the name Katrina, it sounds strange. Like I'm taking the name of a stranger, of someone who used to exist. But do I dare call myself by someone who may no longer exist? Or by someone who existed before? I'm not making sense.
I lean back on the chair.
Well, let's go off of the theory that your friend is still alive. If she is alive, then she'll want to hear about all the achievements that Katrina Silverstone ever got up to. That way she'll feel the need to look for you as well. I would suggest taking the name Katrina Silverstone to help in your search for your friend.
Maybe.
My eyes narrow.
But what of my parents? The
They're the ones that put out the notice for you, remember? They're looking for
Yeah.
you too.
are they? And what if they? And what if they hate me too?
I sit up.
What did they do when everyone turned against me? The day Louise died. What were they doing? Well, I suffered.
Do you? Well, that's a funny thing you should ask because your parents were actually there in that memory. But anyways,
You know,
do you recall any memories of seeing them on that day? When the town was belittling you?
For clarity, because I knew this was coming up. For clarity, they were having an argument with the Louise's family, and because of this, everyone was belittling towards them. The last you saw before it all went into the state that you last remember was this crowd of angry people swarming around your parents. You never got a chance to see their face, you never got a chance to hear them, and you ran off before you could even hear or do anything else towards Mount Pyre.
last I saw them, people surrounded them. They even argued with Louise's family. Though I can't remember exactly what they said.
To me, that just shows that your family was trying to protect you, even when the odds were stacked against them, even though they were outnumbered. They still love you, Katrina.
I kind of boop Phantom on the where the nose would have been if it had a nose.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, hang on. Let me make bigger. I might have to properly look at that. I don't think it. Okay, it has a little mouth. It has a mouth, but not much of a nose.
So right between the
All right,
eyes.
right between the eyes. Yeah.
It's so cute.
Me.
Kempler, I will consider using Katrina,
I stand up.
but I won't call myself Silverstone yet. I need to meet with them first. Then, only then will I decide whether I use Silverstone.
Kemplar will now also stand up. That sounds like a plan, Katrina.
Hug her.
Tycho just mutters in his sleep. Hug her.
Just a fucking
Dude.
fourth break. Just a fucking
Alright,
fourth
guys.
wall break right there.
Wasn't the plan to meet up with Katrina's family in Hallville? Because
That was a potential, yes, because you sent You
Yeah.
sent Rook there, you got a phone call back, and he said that he would be able to try get you guys to meet up at Moorville as best he can and such, because he knew you were heading in that direction.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Right.
So there's
Right.
the soonest that we'll be able to meet them is Marlboro City. We were heading there anyway, so I hope for the best for you.
But fine by me.
As I kind of walk past Kemplar, I kind of stop by his side, and then I kind of briefly glance at him. Then I just kind of reach out, grab his hand, and then continue to walk forward.
Aww.
Templar
Oh,
is being
shit.
dragged by Louise now.
Are you resisting any of this?
No.
Fair enough. Okay, yeah. So Kepler,
A woman's holding your hand. Would you resist too? I mean, it would depend, really. That's a stupid question. I'm sorry.
Floof.
Do you need to add to your tally of the bog? I have a tally going.
carry on.
Who did it?
And moment has been ruined.
Anyway.
Yeah, carry on. So yeah, so Kepler, you've just been pulled by Louise a little bit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And as always, you feel free to talk to me about anything. I'll be here for you the best I can.
Then I will be there for you too.
I'm kind of hesitating between words, but you can just kind of tell. And despite her expressionless face, that her eyes are they're sincere. She is saying this with sincerity.
My heart.
Phantom, by the way, Phantom at this point just sort of floats by the other side and takes your other hand as if to try to join in, and it looks at Kepler as if to go, like as if to say, "Is this right?"
I give Pumpkin's hand a gentle squeeze, and just smile, and then just smile, just content.
Kepler is going to nod his head as if to answer Phantom's question.
Aww. Okay, so I presume you guys are heading back then, I presume?
Yep.
Okay, so you guys make your way back towards the Pokemon Center, back towards Slateport. As this is going on, you actually do come across the familiar sight of, as coming down to the beach area, is Peter. He does actually come... let me see. Let me find my token again for him. Where the hell is my token? There he is. There he is. Come on, Peter.
Peter Griffin?
Hey guys, I got this great idea for a Pokemon battle. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, anyway, so Peter rushes down and just goes, "Hey, Louise!" No, wait, no, I got it right. Louise, and notices you two. Goes, "Oh, well, hey, looks like you found her."
Yeah,
My-
everything should be good now, Peter. Thank you for looking out for her.
Upon Peter's approach, Louisa's smile immediately turns into a neutral expression. Expression.
Well, that's good. Notices the hands being held and looks. He goes, "Oh, is that where this is? You were worried about Were you worried about your girlfriend? Oh, man, I didn't know you were such a Casanova to care about your lady."
Kepler doesn't understand any of this, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course he would.
So-
He's
About
too
as
dense.
transparent as a fog. About as dense as a fog.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As
I think
dense as
Katrina would be. Yeah. Considering that Katrina is a blank slate, I think she'd be just as oblivious too.
So both of these two don't understand the. Okay, fair enough. He just goes, well, either way, I'm glad to see that you two are all right and everything's okay. And he turns, and Peter turns to you, Louise, and just sort of goes, he was generally worried about you, you know? He came to us and asked for help to try search the town.
I turned to Kemplar.
Yeah, the battleship
so-
was the first place I looked.
Interesting.
I just give Kemplar's hand a reaffirming squeeze.
Oh. Well, I'm glad you at least found each other. That's all that matters. I'll go let the others know and I'll leave you back to your evening. Have a good night, you two, and don't stay up too late.
You too, Peter.
I'll keep that in mind.
I just lift my hand up for a subtle wave, and then just.
Wait, which hand?
But just-
Your hands are both being held right now.
Oh, right, all right.
Yeah.
The one holding, the one holding
Go ahead.
Phantom. The one.
So you lift up the hand and Phantom just gets lifted on like, top!
I can imagine Pumpkin continuing the waving of his hand by waving his other hand.
Yeah, I'll say Pumpkin does that, yeah, sure.
Let's do that.
After how dark after how dark and serious the last session was, and how this session's going so far, I think some lightheartedness would be on the docket.
And Floof has now discovered what my plan for the session was. Thank you.
Wait,
Oh,
did I?
I love. Yeah, I also love that Nice returned back after one of the more funnier bits we've had of the show.
Hey.
I mean, do we keep her in the dark about this?
Yeah, why not? Give her incentive to look back on the pod.
Yeah, if she ever asks, then just do.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Knight.
I did not do that time.
No.
I did not do that.
So as the two of you return back to the Pokemon Center, you both go through the town city as you do, and you arrive back. As you do, the Pokemon Center sort of is going into its nighttime procedure. The night is slowly coming to its end there. Elizabeth, what
Yes,
are
sir.
you doing at this point? You have been waiting this entire time. Have you been doing anything? Have you been keeping awake? Or would you like me to roll to see what happens?
For the most part, because she's, I kind of imagined her propping herself up against a wall, kind of like in a slouch, and looking almost half tired at this point of the game. She's just about to nod off. And Ion is just
Alright.
floating around her in just kind of like an impatient circle.
Okay. Roll a d20 for me then, please.
Yes, sir.
Oh, great.
Oh, double digits, I'll say you're awake. Lower digits, you're falling asleep.
Well,
Okay. Alright, so I'll say that you are still not quite fully awake, but you are at least to the point of that you can at least still make sense of just keeping an eye on things. So, as you do, Ion is just constantly just floating around and just looking at you the whole time. It's as if it's measuring you up as it does, just like, Magnemite, Magnemite.
you bored?
Mate.
I mean,
It just looks a bit and just twirls in the air.
I look to the left and I look to the right. See if anybody else is around.
You can make a perception check.
I think
Roll
we'll
credits.
do that.
Well, I suppose the better question is anyone. Okay. Is anyone doing anything on the evening, or are you guys just relaxing in the rooms and taking it easy?
There's perception. There it is.
Tycho is pretty much getting ready for bed.
Okay, 7. You presume the coast is clear? You don't seem to see anyone or hear any other movement or anything like that.
All right, then I'm going to. Nope. There we go.
There we go. Yes. Okay, let's move these around. Let us, for the moment, let's just move these tokens out of the way. So we'll just move you guys just over here for now, if that's okay. Don't worry. You guys can assign. If you guys want to assign who's asleep in what room and everything like that, you are welcome to do so. Just remember that this room here has a broken door.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, thanks to an Elizabeth and Tycho. Yeah.
Oh.
Elizabeth Tycho double
the door
team.
to her bedroom.
Oh wait.
I mean,
What?
how else were we
There we
gonna
go.
get in? Nobody else was awake.
Well,
True.
hers probably.
All right. Well, while I assume the coast is clear, I'm going to bring out the rest of my Pokemon so that they can stretch their legs and, meet Ion.
Play.
Fair enough. Oh yeah, because the only one who has met Ion so far is Death Nugget. The others have not yet. So as the rest come out there, Death Nugget sort of does that sort of proud sort of do as it comes out. Beatrice, as you send it out, it goes to the ground and goes and runs around in a circle, and it goes to your leg, and then turns to look at Ion with this sort of
As you did that, I cocked my head and cracked my neck.
yeah.
You okay?
I'm fine. That felt good.
Oh. Okay.
Also in the process as well, you notice that Fuga, as it comes out, it stretches its wings and sort of like looks at Ion, and flies right behind Death Nugget.
Oh. He's afraid of Ion.
Oh. You little blighter. It's all right, Fuga. He's a friend. A new member of the party.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Just gently looks behind Death Nugget as Death Nugget turns and just sort of does that sort of moving head thing. You're like, go on. Alright, so as Fuga approaches, Ion does a small little hello with a happy little, that sort of happy little arch with its eye, and it's like a small little jolt of electricity with its magnets as if to greet. Fuga instantly just sort of and flies right behind Elizabeth.
Oh boy. I imagine because of the electricity, the feathers are all poofed out as well.
It can be.
Elizabeth just gives a little
fluffy.
chuckle at this and is like, it's alright. It's alright. You'll be okay.
Go! Go! As Death Nugget looks at Ion and just sort of does that. Ion just looks at Death Nugget with a sort of May and tilts its body ever so slightly. And then it just gently flies around, flies in the air in a circle. And Beatrice also joins in as the circle run, but goes in the opposite direction on the ground. So it's like two circles are forming in different directions.
Easy. I'm not a sun. You're not my planets that revolve.
Praise
No,
the
I got
sun.
to trip over you.
So they're running around circles and things.
Forget it. Go and play. You guys deserve it.
Evie jumps up and plows the Ion onto the ground.
This is
Max.
so cute.
Okay, so whilst all this is going on, Kemplar, I would ask, are you two still holding hands as you approach up?
That's up to Katrina Louise.
So
Are we
now,
holding hands
are
when we
you
go
still?
in?
we're in the scene now.
Yeah, you
Sorry,
guys are about to enter the scene.
Okay. Okay, could you repeat what you said there? I'm sorry.
Okay, so the question I'm asking you guys is, since you guys are just entering the Pokemon Center, are you two still holding hands at this point?
Yes, we are.
You're still holding. Okay, fair enough. Well, this is going to be fun in a minute. Okay. All right. So you approach. So as you enter the Pokemon Center, you are greeted by the Nurse Joy, who does give you a sort of, "Oh, thank goodness you're all right. Are you guys okay?"
Yeah, we're fine now. Thank you for your concern, though.
Mm.
Oh, thank goodness. You're that friend or something, or somebody who seems to know you guys or something. They explained to the situation and things. While I don't appreciate our door being knocked down, I do understand it was for the sake of getting to our friends, so just be a little mindful next time.
Oh, I didn't realize the door was broken. But we'll keep that in
Yeah,
mind going forward. Thank you.
no problem. It was that girl with the blonde hair and the midriff showing, and
Oh, yeah,
the smart look. Yes, and the smart-looking guy with the glasses.
Franco. Okay.
Right. Okay. And she writes down the names. Okay. Well, just go up, and we'll talk. We'll see if we can talk later. Okay? You guys just take it easy for now. Okay?
All right. You have a good rest. You have a good night, nurse.
You too. Take care. All right. So, I presume you're both heading up.
Yep.
Okay. So, as you are heading up the stairs to the upstairs rooms, you suddenly hear the sound of running around, and then you suddenly hear sort of the sound of and as you approach the top, you are greeted by the sight of a Beatrice who is on its back, just clawing its paws up on an ion. Definitely
There you go.
look at her, and then there you go, yeah. And Fuga just looks with this sort of I don't know what to make, and then as the sound of you guys approaching up, Def Nugget turns and goes. And Elizabeth, you see coming up the stairs, Kempla and Louise.
You guys made it.
Are you? Okay, there we go.
Is everything
So
all
yes,
right?
they both approach at the stairs.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
everything's all right.
Good. I stayed up just so I could make sure everything was alright with you two before I headed to bed. So,
Okie dokie.
And Elizabeth, you actually do see Pumpkin holding onto one hand, and in the sight of seeing this, you see Lisa plus hands held together as well.
she just kind of looks, cocks an eyebrow at the both of them, and then just smirks before going, "Well, I'll leave you two together then. Come on, you lot. Let's get to bed."
Beatrice is just sat looking up at Louise at this point, or well, actually, I suppose I'll ask this for the sake of the session. Del, do you want me to refer to you as Katrina,
Sure.
or do you still want Louise?
We'll go with Katrina.
Out with the old, in with the
Okay.
new.
Well, for now, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
Right, yeah, so Beatrice just sits in front of Katrina and just looks up with a tail wag, kind of.
I release Pumpkin's hand and pet and scratch Beatrice behind the ears.
and just falls on its side.
Yeah. Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I get Beatrice more scritches before I stand up. And then I'm gonna have Pumpkin play with Beatrice.
Aww. As this goes on, by the way, Ion does slowly approach over and just looks at the pair of you with this sort of Magnamite and sort of twirls in the air again.
I just give a wave.
All right.
That's new.
So I presume. Oh, sorry. My apologies.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Go on.
What did you say there, Del? Sorry.
No, I said
That's new.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, Louise never really met Ion.
yeah,
Yeah.
Ion's a new member of my party. Me and Toiko went to go catch some Pokemon, and Ion just happened to be one. So,
Magnemite, and sort of hovers in the air, raising his little Magnite's like sort of arms and stuff to go, yay!
Nice to meet you, Ion.
Magnemite,
Hello.
Mag, and sort of just floats over and just sort of it flies around both of your heads, just sort of in a circle.
Is he gonna make their hair stand by being near them?
No, there's no electricity.
darn it.
No, it's not doing anything as that, but it just floats around like 4 times around you, and then just flies back to Elizabeth and just floats by the side of her.
Well, if you two are gonna be alright for the night, I'm gonna turn in.
All right. Good night, Elizabeth.
Good night. Beatrice, come on. You can play with Pumpkin tomorrow.
boy.
I know.
Just lowers the ears a little.
Come on.
Why is it? I just imagine Mama Snivy coming out and going, Snivy! Kids go to
Just that
bed.
strict mom figure, get the hell to bed.
Yeah, I'm giving you 5 minutes and you need to be asleep.
Exactly. You would be the one who would insist on proper rest and sleep because Persona is not good about that.
Oh, I've just had bad memories as a kid. I just remember being like a few years young, and I remember I stayed up past like 9 o'clock in the nights and things like that. And it was just like I remember that my dad used to come in and always it would be like, "If you are not snoring in 10 minutes, I will take your game console away from you."
Oh, no.
Jeez.
Yeah, I would get in trouble for reading under my covers at night.
Me too.
God bless you, Dad.
Dang.
Happy Father's Day. I miss you, man. Sorry, I'm not going personal. Not yet. We'll talk later.
Okay.
Anyway. So as Elizabeth goes into the room and settles down with her entourage out.
Hey, it's been a while since I've had Fuga out. It's only fair that he gets his fair turn.
That's fair. I also remember Holly and Momoko were planning to share a room, I believe. Wasn't that the plan, Lena?
Yes, that's right. Momoko and Holly were going to share a room.
Okay, no worries. So Mochi will do that. Oh, and Blossom
Harlan
and
had this
Yeah.
room.
Yeah. I
And-
just realised I'm in the wrong room.
let me go ahead and pick a room, and you can move Holly to it wherever.
no worries.
Yeah.
I've moved you guys to the bottom down there. All right, so just so I can confirm the rooms here, so Arlen has his own room, who has the nicer bed. Shiksona's got a double room to herself. Momoko and Holly are sharing a room. Taiko has a room to himself. The partially damaged door.
Right. And I don't think Katrina's been given a room yet.
Well, yeah, no, because Katrina was put into the room with the broken door, remember?
Yeah. Oh yeah, right. That's right. Never mind.
Tux gets to sleep on the wheelchair.
Oof.
Aw.
All right, so what are you two doing?
He just approached the door and then just kind of tap my foot on on what remains of it.
Do you still want to sleep in this room?
Bless you.
Thank you.
I'm. Maybe a different room will work better.
All right. I'm still keeping my promise to you. I'll stay in the same room as you tonight. So let's go look for another room then. So
Okay.
the
I'll
two
say-
that stick out to me are these two at the very end over here.
Yeah. How about we take the one with the two beds?
Okay.
That would make sense.
Yep.
Way.
Hey, so you guys have the room on the end, okay?
Okay. Oh, and pumpkin.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. So, as you guys all settle the night and things, I presume no one's doing much else. I see Knight has let her Pokemon out of the balls. Oh. Right. Okay. So,
So you,
is it?
there was something that I wanted to do as well. Let me move over here.
Sure. Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah, I wanted to. Even though Blossom's out, I wanted to let Tsunami out so she can stretch herself out.
Fair enough. The ball is let out. Literally, the giant ball plushie.
No.
The giant ball bean.
So Tsunami just comes out, just rolls on the bed, just upside down as it comes out. Just flips itself back up.
Comfy.
Just claps its hands.
Momoko then gives Tsunami a kiss on the forehead.
Aww.
If anyone wants to die of a cuteness overload, please do it now.
Oh, I've been dying
No,
over
I have a-
cuteness. Okay, so
I have a full life ahead of me, so no.
okay, so Momoko's and Holly doing their thing there. Someone's doing that. Arlen is having Kizuna and Lady running around the rooms. Okay, fair enough. Snivy being Mama Snivy. Tycho is having Tux in the chair and then going to sleep. Elizabeth, are you doing anything else in your room before the night's done?
I'm just surveying the scene of my party before falling to sleep myself.
Okay, and Kempla and Katrina, I have to remember this now. Are you two doing anything?
I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go under the covers. Give Pumpkin free reign to explore the room if she needs to during the night, and then I just look at then I just watch Kemplar as I slowly fall asleep.
Good night.
Good night, Katrina. And Kepler's going to sleep because he wakes up early in the morning.
real life issues.
Ha!
It's true. All right. Okay. So, at this point, I will say if everyone is having their moment, you all can have your long rests. So feel free to recover any injury, and you are back up to full health. In the case of Holly, that means it's very much appreciated because I believe Holly has still taken damage from the bloody thing and hasn't rested fully yet.
Kepler heals 7 points.
Yeah.
I healed to full Well, what about our Pokemon?
Your Pokemon get recovered to full health too, and if they have any injuries, they recover 1.
All right.
I believe that's the result. I believe that's a long rest result, isn't it, Mr. Rayon?
Sounds about right to me.
I wish there was a long rest, but I wish there was a long rest button. Oh, hey,
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is not D&D Beyond. I'll work on that and pull out a website off my ass.
It's fine.
No. You got the perfect Pokeball with a partner. No. I will not make my own version of D&D Beyond song. I'll leave that to Sam Regal. Okay, so that recovers some. That recovers there. That is an injury recovered on the Absol, who goes up to 47 hit points for now. Okay, yep, that should be fine for now. All right. Okay, everyone. So, with the night fully over, did somebody say wait?
Nope.
Okay, I thought somebody said wait. I apologize. All right, so in this scenario, let's see. Do we have some fun somewhere?
Oh no. Oh no.
DM gonna roll.
Oh no.
8.
Not an 8. So, Chixona.
Oh, great.
Oh god, what?
It's your turn.
Oh boy.
For
You
the
should.
record,
You're the
it
one who broke
landed-
down the door earlier, and I can poke funny for
Yeah.
it.
Hey, to be
So-
fair, it's your turn.
Fair enough.
So, Chixona, during the night, you are tossing and turning. You feel yourself sort of pulling the blanket over you even tighter, as if for trying to find comfort. You then find yourself running in what appears to be a very familiar scenario to you. Or, to be specific, a familiar place. You look around and you see that you are surrounded by buildings galore. And you see that you are in a very familiar looking city, to be specific. You are back in Castelia City, the central hub of the Unova region. And I'm sure she'll know this when I say this. Those who remember Unova will know of the water of the fountain that's right near the northern exit of the city. Knight, are you familiar with that? Just for clarity.
Trying to picture in my head. I apologize.
It's all right. So for those who don't know, Unova basically has its own version of like Saffron City, or Morville is basically your big, ginormous hub, like where everything is. You know, like your post-game stuff, your battle stuff, your secret area, etc., etc. Castelia, or to help with Knight's in case of this, it's the region where the bug gym leader is.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, so near the northern exit, you'll find there's like a fountain, and then there's a long street that leads towards the desert.
Okay.
Seeing yourself in front of this fountain, you see that there's a monitor. You see him as a rather bold-looking man, a thick white beard. Or I guess the right way to describe it is a Father Christmas, Santa Claus type of beard and mustache type of thing. So that is an example of a look. He's there with a bald head. And as you're there, you are now seeing the sight of what appears to be a broken part of what looks like the broken part of something. And the figure speaks. over the two monitors to your side, and you can now see there's a few people looking up at it, and you go, our eyes. Terrakion has been found laying waste in the deserts just outside Castalia City. It is a grim sight to behold as one of our fallen justice bringers has brought to our side. And while some may say that the fight that they fight against humans is nothing more of a blessing that one of them has fallen, it is still something to the region of a travesty. While it is upsetting for souls, I would like to stress that it is not just our region that seems to be suffering in this scenario. We have report, and as he's speaking, the voice gets muffled out, and suddenly on the two monitors you see Cobalion and Terrakion standing oh so proud, and then suddenly fading into streams of light. Almost strangely mystical. And you see, let's see, what's the way to describe this? Yeah, here it is. Sorry, my apologies. You then see on the screen, you do see that there is another figure who pops up on the screen. And it appears to be a very familiar looking person to you. Jin appears on the screen. His back is turned, but you can recognize the familiar jacket and the familiar spiky black hair that he has on him. He then turns to you and says, Chixona, why did you leave? Our region's falling. Please, don't leave me alone. Don't leave our region alone. Please, come back to us! Please! And the screen goes dark, and all of a sudden, another figure appears on the screen. A figure with short-ish green hair and a familiar-looking staff, and one you remember from the old stories. As with a small sort of that laugh echoes, and now all of a sudden, with a quick blink of your eyes, you see Castalia City overrun with vines, and the sight of a Verizian charging at you with its horns blared with dark black energy, and you hear a loud scream as it charges at you and goes, and you just hear, Chixona! Dodge! And you feel a cold, sharp sensation pierce you. And within a quick moment, you wake up in a humongous state of sweat, dreaming down. You're having trouble gasping for air. And there you see Snivy's wrapping its little fines, almost like it was trying to comfort you as it's still fast asleep.
What was that? What was that?
Snivy? Snivy turns to look at you as it slowly stirs in its sleep.
I'm not gonna lie, that played out like an analog horror. That was actually scaring me.
Hang on, let Nye have a moment. We'll talk afterwards and you can ridicule me later. Okay. I know. I was trying to be funny. Okay, so Nye, do you say any of that out loud. Like, how does is Shixona screaming that? Is she keeping quiet about it, or how is she reacting like that?
A hoarse whisper, wanting to know what the hell that was about, and very confused and scared.
Snivy?
It was a dream, Snivy. It was a dream. But I think we might need to go home soon.
And you see that your X transceiver is ringing.
Shit. I grab it and answer it. Hello?
Shixona, is that you?
It's me, yeah.
Oh, thank God, I finally got a hold of you! It's me, Jin!
Jin?
What?
Sorry, dog in the background, I apologize.
Yeah, it's alright, it's alright.
Snivy.
Snivy sort of sits up as you say this. He goes, where are you? I finally got contact with you. What happened? Where are you?
I'm with the group in Holland. Where have you been?
Wait.
I've been looking for you.
Holland?
Yeah, I was trying to find you. I couldn't get a hold of you after all that time ago.
I'm sorry. When I chased after, when I managed to get a hold to try to find where you'd gone. Oh jeez. Sorry. I'm relieved to hear you're actually okay.
Yeah, what's going on? Are you back home?
About that, I think I might be in a similar situation to you.
What do you mean?
I'm in Alola. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Oh, come the fuck on!
I mean, we do need to end a little early so that Heidi can do her stuff.
Yeah, true.
Well,
Yeah.
we could have gone a little longer, but I do appreciate it.
Yeah, plus I'll admit, with what we planned for the next day and things like that, I realized, no, we ain't getting through that in about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
So, my bad.
What do you mean you're bad? This was awesome!
So, we got some very interesting situations here. So, first of all, it appears that we have a sort of name decision for Fidel's character. So, looks like Louise Manowisp is now Katrina for the moment. Hasn't properly felt to have Silverstone yet, or whatever things may go in the future. So, that's one point partially discovered. But, well, how's that for a lovely little bombshell? Sorry, Knight, your turn.
Just, you know what? I can't complain too much. I've been eager.
Just for the record, I'm going to bring this up here. I won't spoil the numbers and things, but I'll let you know that I rolled a d20. 3 of you had a potential for the next part.
Oh, shit. Dear.
Wow.
Yes, what
Yeah.
was my number?
Your number was 3.
And
Hey,
mine?
there we go.
I'm not going to say any further than this because I don't want to say it, because I rolled d20 for 3 people. You realize that's not easy to divide, because that means 2 of you had a slightly better odd of being the number.
Okay, fair enough.
But I will at least say that that there were 2 characters here, and I will say these 2 have had nothing of their moments revealed yet.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
we'll see where things go here. But anyway, so that's all for tonight's episode, everyone. So in 2 weeks' time, we'll see how the crew have dealt with their recent adventures. So, will Katrina be able to label herself with the name Silverstone and find out what's on with there? Will Holly have a bit more information involving Sia and the lovable expedition of where things have gone there? will Shixona be able to explain this scenario and find out what the hell happened to Jin? And more importantly of all, what was the whole point of that little nightmare that Shixona had? And who the heck was that figure that appeared on the screen? Well, I'm afraid you'll have to tune in next time to maybe see if we get some answers. So, my friends, it's fair to say, perceptions rolled low. I think it's time for us to go. So with that said, it's goodbye from Brownie, your Dungeon Master. And I apologize again to the rest of the players. I felt like it was another focus part, and I'm sorry.
It's all
You're
right.
fine.
I promise.
I'm going with the flow here.
I promise. Next time is going to be more open. I promise.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I know Knight's going to have a little explanation about this shit, but we'll see what happens. But with that said, it's goodbye from Dell.
Boy.
Goodbye from Heidi.
Representing Lair the Maniac, signing off.
Goodbye from Aeon.
Catch you next time.
Goodbye from Floof. Okay. Goodbye from Lena.
She's muted.
Lena.
Oh.
Lena?
She's muted.
Lena.
It's all right.
Oh, she said she was going to take care of something. She must not be back yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Missed that in
I
the
was just looking at
Discord
tools.
chat.
I was just looking at the chat, yeah. You're fine.
Okay, fair. All right. And goodbye from Thean.
Oh, we're starting the next session on a new day, right?
The next session will be a new day, so I know what you're wanting to do.
Yep. All right.
All right.
I'll
Hang on a minute. Do you want me to get the title card thing for you?
If you really want to, because we both know it's pretty funny.
Go ahead. And now, my young friends, it is time for fun times with Kemplar, with your host, Kemplar.
Okay.
Page 3.
Oh
We
my.
woke up this morning and found out that Hannah had left us in the middle of the night. I didn't get to say goodbye. We left Dewford Town today and rode on Mr. Briney's boat to Slateport City. We had a run-in with some Gyarados along the way, and some of us nearly went overboard. Thankfully, none of us took a dip in the briny blue, and we made it to shore safe. When we got to Slateport City, we all began to look around. I personally went to look around at the other buildings to find new friends, before coming across an injured Vaporeon outside of the battleship facility. A sailor I would later come to know as Peter rushed the Vaporeon known as Splash Bomb to the Pokemon Center, and instructed me to wait outside of the building and report to him if I heard anything wrong or up to no good. Well, a few seconds after Elizabeth came to check up on me, I heard glass break and a conversation about getting a ship, and I immediately rushed to Peter at the Pokemon Center, who then rushed back off to the battle facility. We got the team together and stormed the place, coming across Team Lone Wolf and a man named Otto, chief planning strategist of Team Lone Wolf. I thought it would be fun to act like pirates while on the ship, but then they dragged out Holly and changed the whole situation. An asshole
Wow.
by the name of Seer came rushing in, and we began battling Team Lone Wolf to rescue Holly. Partway through the battle, Captain Peter Calypso and Captain Catherine Hart, who are the former brains of the battle facility, who are the frontier brains of the battle facility,
Thank you.
came onto the ship to fight with Team Lone Wolf. With our strength combined, Otto and his goons were defeated and we rescued Holly. Captain Peter gave me his Pokegear number and told us we're welcome to challenge the battle facility once it is ready. Sierra was hurt pretty bad, so we got into the Pokemon Center to rest and heal. We met with Holly in one of the rooms in the Pokemon Center and got her up to speed on what she missed over the past few days. It was quite a lot to process, so she's resting now as I write this. Louise had fallen off the chair in the Pokemon Center, looking terrified out of her mind. I brought her to one of the rooms in the Pokemon Center had, and she told me about her encounter with Giratina. She told us about how he wants the Grizzlius Orb that the battleship, the battle facility the two captains run, and that in exchange, she will get some of her memories back. She also told me about the name Silverstone, which, upon inquiry with Rook Garcia, turns out there are a pair of gym leaders in Four Tree City who are missing a child with the same last name. We may have a lead as to who Louise's family is, and I'm happy for it. I look forward to meeting them in the near future. On top of all of this, it turns out that the four Swords of Justice have passed away. We've met the one chosen to be the next Swords of Justice, whom will eventually turn into one of their members. It's crazy that all four of them aren't around at the same time, though. I wonder what happened. A final note. I learned more about Louise's story, who from this point onwards I will call Katrina in this journal. I don't think it's wise to go over it in here until we know more about the current situation. I'm staying in the same room as her tonight, as I promised way before we learned. I hope that she's doing okay. That's it.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, with that diary entry finally done. Yes, thank you.
Yay!
So at least we have a pretty reasonable ending for a day. I feel bad it took so long for a day, because that is your DM not paying attention to his days properly. Again! He pays attention to weather. He pays attention to story. Days.
Man, we crossed the entire country in a day. How did that happen?
And fuck you. let me give you my answer. Time paradox.
Keep in mind of how long a day goes in a regular Pokemon episode, or actually 5 episodes. This is pretty much standard fare at this point.
You're right. It isn't a single episode because at the start of the day it's the middle of the day, and then at the end of the day it's sunset.
Exactly.
Yeah, no. Not only that, but when you think about it, the year is fucked up because apparently the whole of the Pokemon series and all the 1,000 and odd episodes actually celebrates a birthday once.
Yeah.
What? Wait, what?
Well, actually, no, not a birthday. The anniversary of when he met Pikachu.
My theory
Yeah, pretty
is that
much.
Ash was born on February the 29th.
Man, time is fucked.
He doesn't
On
get a
that note-
birthday till February 29th. Yes, let's wrap up this because to wrap things up. But anyway, with that said, everyone, I hope you all had fun. To those who are watching, I apologize if it was a bit centric and it seemed it was a bit against the other players in some way. I do apologize about that. I'm getting back into the rhythm. But I promise, next time, we're going to have a nice little moment where Knight's going to have a lovely little phone call with a certain character. And we'll see what happens afterwards. And we'll see what the group's next journey might be. Because this could be interesting. But until then, everyone, this is Brownie of the Joy Charge Gamers, giving once again a thanks to the Lair of the Maniacs for hosting our D&D here. And I say to you all, remember, my friends, you best roll high, because otherwise, you'll soon cry. Stay, stay charged, everyone. And of course, goodbye.
Spread the chaos!
Bye.